Tom here again, June 26th. Had to go in for my yearly eye check, so we didn't get back till about 1:30. So I didn't do any sandblasting today. So the body on the rotisserie sits for another day. Tomorrow is mostly fire station duties, so I won't be sandblasting on this. So it's then Saturday, more fire duty, so maybe Sunday I can get back sandblasting. Going to take quite a few days. But that's okay, it's a hobby. So let's see, what else did I do? Well, I kind of looked at my steering box. For some reason, I didn't order an O-ring. So I could use this one, but I want a new one. So that has to get ordered, so I can't work on that. The idler, this is the body. The body gets a new threaded insert that goes in here. Then it gets a new shaft. Then it gets a new bronze bushing, and that goes in here. And that gets pressed in. Then I got to take it to a machine shop. Well, I have a machine shop. So once this goes in, then you have to set this up in the mill and get it dialed in, meaning everything is centered and running, what do you call that, plumb. Then you hone out the inside of the bushing, and I'm waiting on the tolerance. I don't know what space to leave for the shaft. Right now it's a pretty tight fit, so this is mic'd out. Basically they're 22 millimeters, okay? So this right here is 0.874. Once you press this into the body, it's gonna, and it's at 874, but once you compress it in here, then it's gonna tighten up. So you have to hone this. And you want to hone that when everything is totally lined up and you go perfectly aligned with the bottom threaded collar. So that's on hold. Okay, so I can't finish those two parts. So let's go back outside here. So once those are done, the idler mounts here, steering box mounts here, and then there's arms that connect all this together. This one connects to here, boom. This one will connect to here. So steering to this one, idler to this one, and then the steering box to the idler gets controlled with another arm. And these arms all have pivots, kind of like ball joints. Kind of like what you've got here, ball joints. So they pivot and move and you grease them. So once that's in, suspension's done. Today I got my new stainless steel brake lines. So I got those temporarily mounted on the calipers. They're not tight yet. There's a sequence where you tighten, then you loosen, then you tighten a quarter more, then loosen, then tighten another quarter more. I think you do that 4 times. Going to look at YouTube again just to verify. So that's how you seat new brake lines to the flare fitting inside the pistons. So those are in. On this side, this is all done. Got the grease cap on. So they're finished. And I started looking at the fuel lines and figure out how they went back in. So I've kind of got them lined out. I do have a broken coupler here. I can take one off the parts car, so I don't have to buy that. So that'll go here, and these come along the frame, and then they will mount into the gas tank. And so I can't really finish those until the gas tank's in. Everything is in order. Or get the engine in and hook it all up there, but I probably do that in first because it's a long time till I get the body on. So, and then in the rear here, I got new stainless steel brake lines. I'm going to look today to see if there's a sleeve, because the old ones had a rubber coating to keep them protected. You don't want anything rubbing on metal like you see here, like you see over there. Like, you know, if anything moved, they could rub on metal. So I'll look into sleeves for that. Figured out how this line goes here. This is the braided hookup line for the brakes, and that goes to this line, which runs along the inside of the body through a connector, along through the frame, through clips. Here's a clip, another clip, and then that will mount into this, which will come up to the what do you call that? The manifold. Okay, so that, of course, you know, is part of the body. So that I'm just setting it here just so I can see where these things go. Otherwise, I got a big order of parts coming, and that'll be for the engine and the next phase of work. You know, again, the brakes are all done. Pop this off here. Okay, so it was all cleaned up. I got the slaves, not the slave, but that cylinder rebuilt. I got these all cleaned up. Got the new brake pads on. Pretty happy with that. See if we can get this back on here. There we go. And so then this is the mechanism that runs to the handbrake. So there's a bracket that mounts, and then this is a rod. So I don't want to pull on that yet because everything is free for spinning. Out of the way. So right now the rear axle spins, and so I'm just going to leave that alone, the brakes alone. I'm pretty happy, all in all. Frame's coming together. Once I get these fittings tightened to spec, I can put the front wheels on, and same with the rear. Once I get that little fitting down there, here he is, tighten, loosen until he's seated. And I can put the rear tires on, and then I can lower him back down on the ground. So that's where I'm at today. Talk to you later.